are all sitting here shooting the shit.
Yo, what's up? I'm your host, DJ Duss. My co-host, Silos. What's up, Silos?
How you doing?
Bam, bam, bamboo. I caught you there. You're almost thinking that sip of tea. Guys are doing good? Yo, today, man, we got a special interview. The winner of 16 Bars of Death, Part 1. This guy kills it. I'm impressed. I'm a fan from the East Coast. His name's Fats. Get him on, man. What up, my man?
What's up, boys? How you doing?
What's good?
Good, homie. How you doing, bro?
I'm chilling, bro.
So the winner right here, 16 Bars of Death, Part 1.
Sir.
Well on his way to win Part 2. He's killing it. He's killing it big time. Fast, let's just get into it, man. Let the people know where you're from.
Well, originally born and raised in St. Catharines, Ontario. But the last 5 years I've been here in Prince Edward Island chilling, man.
Prince Edward, how you
Sorry, I didn't catch you, bro. That cut out there.
Prince Edward Island. The big difference. We're talking about that earlier, right? Different pace.
Yeah, man. Definitely. A lot more slow pace, a lot more chill and relax here, man. I can't complain at all.
That's sweet, man. And there's Bam. What's going on, Bam? You good?
Chilling. Yeah.
Incredible. All right, so how's the hip hop scene down from where you're from, brother?
Man, it's good. Definitely hip hop is alive and well here on the island, bro, man. There's a lot of networking, a lot of good MCs, producers, promoters, so it's definitely not slept on out here whatsoever.
It's good to know, man, because you guys are repping it big time, man. Like I like definitely you know when we're watching these 16 Bars of Death, you don't know who's from where technically, right? You see the 16 Bars of Death, you see these artists, and then you start to see who's coming out of where. And today I caught on. I was like, PI. I was like, God damn, there's some fire over on the East Coast, man. Like super impressed, man. So man,
right on, man. Appreciate that.
You got a lot of cats down there?
Yeah, man. I got all shades of gray out here with me. It's my family. That's my nephew. So he's been out here with me. We've been trying to really dig into the scene out here. But man, there's a lot of cats, a lot of young cats coming up out here that are really doing their thing too, man.
Okay.
So, Fats, when did you start? Wow, I can't hear myself. When did you start rapping? Man, I've been rapping since I was like 13. Started just, with my boys, just my circle, spitting funny bars, trying to make everybody laugh, that kind of thing. But kept the ball rolling from there, man. I've been in it a while now.
I don't know. When I was young, I learned how to I tried to write some rhymes, but I was the biggest critic. I was like, I'm whack as fuck. I'm stopping this. This is over. This isn't for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I owned a music studio, and that's where I met Bam. And people were asking me, like, what should I do here? And I'm like, I don't fucking know, man. I just own the door. That's it. I like your shit, and I don't like it. That's the difference. You know what I mean? So, when you were a kid, man, and you were into hip hop, you said you were rapping in your 30s. What was the first album you bought, brother?
The first one I bought with my own money was 36 Chambers.
It's such a big album, bro. That's such a big album.
I was actually put on to hip hop even before that. My older brother, the first CD he actually gave me was Ice-T OG.
Oh, there we go.
He used to bang 2 Live Crew, shit like that back in the day. So I started looking back, got into
the original Dirty South music.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so who inspired you to get into writing and recording and shit?
Man, again, I come up through that golden era 90s shit, you know what I mean? So that's a long list. Redman was a big influence, Biggie Smalls, of course. Duss Effect, I fucked with heavy. Wu-Tang, like I said.
Yeah.
The list goes on from that era. So
Okay. There was a lot of cats coming out. Everybody was different back then. You could tell who was
right.
Doing,
Exactly.
So, how many years have you been doing it? Like
in the rap game, seriously, seriously into it.
Seriously into it, I got it. I'm 20 years in now, man. I've been starting to really record songs and go for it hard since about 18. So, I'm an old man now, so that was many moons ago. So, I'm still going strong.
Yeah. Do you find the first time, do you find going into a booth the first time? Did you learn a lot from engineers at all? Because I remember, I thought it was just one layer, you're done, and you start to learn all the layers and the punch-ins, and you're just like, damn, you give different rappers respect now, right? Since you put yourself in the booth, right?
Absolutely. The first time you get in there, you think you're going to kill it. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I had to take direction all day, right?
True.
Do my thing. stop the beat. What the fuck was that? You know what I mean? So you learn real quick when you really try to step in and do it for real.
See, when I got the studio, Bam had a whole different technique when he used to come and record, eh, Bam?
Just a little bit.
Bam would drop a shitload of money, reduce his studio hours, come in, drop one verse, if not, no, 116, maybe an 8.
Maybe an 8.
Give me a salute and see. I'll see you in 3 weeks. I was like, what the fuck?
Right.
He'd show up and he killed it. I get, but you never fucked around, dude. You came in there and you did your own thing. It was what it was, man.
And that's why I won't fuck with the 16 bars. You know what I mean? The beat come up and like an hour later, these motherfuckers are spitting.
I know you. He's like by part 4, he'll be finished his part 1 verse. Don't worry about it, man. But you know, fast, straight up, man. Who's you mentioned some of the artists in the past that you enjoyed and influenced you. What are some of the artists that's present right now that you enjoy listening to?
Man, I'm a big underground head, so you know I fuck with dudes like Apathy, Jedi Mind Tricks. Griselda is heavy right now, man. Conway the Machine, Benny the Butcher, they're killing it, man. Murky Leaks for the Canadian scene, he's the heavyweight that I've always fucked with. So you know, there's a lot.
Yeah. He got his credit. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
No, that's some sick stuff.
Hold on. Have you heard of this guy?
Snack the Ripper, everybody, man. They tear it down.
Sorry, have you heard of this guy called Daz?
Daz, I have not.
No, I don't know. I've heard him. I sent it to Joe.
Dude's
great
fire.
to me.
Yeah, but and you said he's from here?
Yeah, he was born in Ottawa, I guess, raised in TO, but
he's great.
He's fantastic.
Right.
Another. He sent me a YouTube video. I thought he was fucking with me because you know some of these guys like to fuck with me. So I gave him a quick click and I was like, damn, this guy's pretty much. No, he's really good. No, straight up. But yeah, I know.
So, Fats, what do we expect from you in the future?
Man, I got a couple new singles I'm working on releasing this year for sure. There's one that's already in the mixing stages right now called The Remedy. It's produced by Spitters Union DJ Tape Man. So that should be coming out hopefully within the next month or so. But yeah, just gonna keep it moving, man. Jump in a bunch of these contests, and like I said, hopefully drop maybe a handful of singles on y'all this year.
Any plans for music video at all, or?
I'd like to. You know what I mean? It's hard to put it in the budget sometimes, but I definitely want to. Once I find the right track that I'm ready with, I definitely gonna try and get some visuals with it for sure. I
just know. I don't know if you ever had a chance to check out Video Facts. Back in the day, I remember when we owned a studio, you can print out these paperworks. And don't get me wrong, the paperwork was Asian to me because I was like, I don't know what to fucking fill out here. But I remember getting a hold of a director, video director, and they were like, send us the paperwork and we'll fill it out for you. And they, you know, because Video Fact is actually a government funded government funded to make music videos for Canadian artists, right? So look into that. It's called Video Fact. Because I know if you look at old school like Nickelback or Canadian rappers, Northern Touch with those rascals and those guys, if you actually look in the bottom, it used to say Video Fact. Now, me being young and naive, I was just like, it's playing on much music. It's a Video Fact, whatever. You know what I mean? Who gives a fuck? What the fuck? But looking into it, I remember people telling me, yo, that's an actual Canadian fund. There's funding for the arts, which including music, of course, right? So it's something that you should look into. It's Video Fact, and if they're gonna fund it, fuck it, take it, right? Like,
absolutely. It's something definitely I have to look into.
Just on another note, NPI, like, is there any like awesome hip hop venues you can perform at? Like, is there?
Man, the one we tear down the most is Baba's Lounge, man. There's a couple other spots though that do open up to hip hop, but Baba's has definitely been the spot I rocked at the most since being out here.
That's sweet, man. That's sweet. But you know what? We should once we hit the East Coast with Bam or something, we got to come to a couple down hours and come down and see your ass. You know,
absolutely, man. Absolutely.
We got to do it. We'll do it up big. But Fats, man, we have we're gonna mention some of your Facebook pages.
All right.
We're gonna post them on our page. We're gonna post them in the comments below it. Honestly, bro, you're probably one of my favorite right now. You're on fire. You're killing round 2.
Man, thank you.
You killed round 1. Keep doing what you're doing. We're definitely gonna get you back on. You know, maybe we can roast a couple other artists just for fun.
Sure. Sounds good.
Never know. And people, you can follow Fats on Instagram and Spitters Union. There it is. It's fats.e 2 times 4. And it's at Spitters Union, all on Instagram. Follow them. I know I've seen you guys. You have some videos and stuff on there, man. Love it. Checking it out. You know we're always here to support, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, and don't forget, we got 16 Bars of Death 3 coming up next, right after 16 Bars of Death 2 is finished. So hit up that boy.
The sign up starts today. We're actually going to go about that, man. Fats, pleasure, brother. Thank you very much, my man.
Thank you.
Have a good one.
Salute.
So,
Yo.
Yeah.
Bam, you missed another question.
Yeah, I know.
So how are we going to fix this problem?
I was trying to work that watch party thing, man.
That's okay. As long as you missed it for productivity, we're good with that.
Right.
Anyways, we're going to talk about... I don't know what you're looking at, but we don't know. All I know is, listen, guys, we're going to talk about 16 Bars of Death, Part 2, Round 2. We had some fire, and here's some of the winners that go on to the next round.
Yep.
There's Flawless is Corey, there's E-Rock, J Fats, and Joe Gorman. If I mispronounce anything, you guys can shoot me an email and tell me to fuck off. It's not a big deal. I'm just saying, these guys honestly fucking murdered it. And straight up, man, it was one of the hardest things it's too hard to judge. And if you guys think that this shit is fixed, ask our friend Doug, Snapdragon, that we love to death, that's probably watching and calling us a jerk off right now for not putting him through there. That's just proves to you. That's Bam's fault, Doug. Get him. Go and get him, bro. Get him. But straight up.
Doug know what I know what Doug can do. You get what I'm saying? And they hosting, you know how we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I get it. Don't get me wrong, bro. Like, there's another 2 people I would have loved to squeeze on there. And I want to give a big ups to our boy, friggin' Scotty Stunts, man. That dude sent me a beat earlier. Fire. If you guys need a producer, you need some great beats. This dude was on 16 Bars of Death. I'm telling you, this guy's producing skills. He talked to me a bit about it earlier on today and where he's getting some of these samples. This is fire. I'm not going to let the secret out. You know what I mean? He actually has... Here's a flavor. A friend told me what the special sauce is, and I'm not letting it out, is what I'm saying, you know? You have a chance. Scotty Stunts, the dude's killing it on beats, man. But anyways, quick note. Part 3. You can sign up right now. Sign up. It's a versus. It's going to be one MC versus another. For the first time, I don't have the privilege of torturing myself to figure out who's going to go on to the next round. I get to actually just talk about this. Me, Bam, and Carlos can just go through it, review it, talk about it. Maybe, disagree with some of the votes.
Yeah.
It's going to be you people vote this time. It's going to be you guys, maybe including us.
You get the headaches. You get the trolls, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Don't tell me to set up. You guys are jerks. Yeah. You guys can sign up. There's a group. We actually put the group on the page already. If not, I'll post it again. Click on it. There's going to be multiple producers. There's going to be beats sent to you.
Multiple MCs. It's on.
It's going to be awesome. I love this one-on-one. If you know an MC, please call him out. Let's do this.
That's right. Bring him on. Put that heat out there.
The heat. That's right. It's all fire. Man, you know what? It is what it is. You know what I mean? So, and this guy's telling me to...
Not you.
I was like, damn, I can't flip the whole computer. Anyways, guys... We have an hilarious scenario, fun facts, conspiracy scenarios. No one's right, no one's wrong.
Just our opinions.
Oh shit! Can you put up Doug's comment there? Damn, I had a fucking fun regardless. This is him being politically correct, guys. I know exactly what he's saying right now. Been doing this since forever.
Read between the lines.
Hold it down. He goes, I'll strangle you guys when I see you. We love you, Dougie, man. Snapdragon, keep doing your thing. Snapdragon. Dude, honestly, Snap, if you weren't a part of hosting it in round 1, you would have probably gave Fats a run for his money, bro. Because that flow that fucking Snap killed, I was like, God. What sucks is you put it first. So I was like, okay. And then I was like, damn, I kept going back to Dougie. And Dougie killed it, man. But anyways, going back. We have our friend James. We have our boy Samir. We have some talks about the COVID. You're all dead. Conspiracies on COVID-19. These guys, I agree with some. I might disagree with others. I don't know. I want to put them on. But what better time to talk about this? Yo, can we get James and Samir on here, bro?
What
James.
up? What up?
James.
What's going on,
James?
What's going on, homie? Things are good?
Glad to be back. Yeah, definitely, man. Things are great. Bamboo, Silos, things are good.
What's good?
Everything good, brother.
Duss,
I'm giving you a chance to say what you want to say before I pop in Samir.
Well, what we're going to talk about a little bit today is obviously, as Joe mentioned, we're going to talk about COVID-19.
He's gone.
Sorry?
I think he's having connection issues.
Samir
He's
might be
disappeared. Yeah, he disappeared on me twice.
He'll be back. If anything, I'll
He'll be
message
back.
you.
Yeah,
So we're just gonna touch. We're gonna touch a little bit on about how we feel, our own personal opinions. As Joe has mentioned, people have had a lot of mixed opinions about this particular topic. So we're gonna touch on some opinions. I'm a little bit confused myself. Is it a pandemic or is it a scamdemic or plandemic, as a lot of people have been referring to it? We're gonna get Samir to come and join us as well once he gets the chance. There he is. I think he's popping up on the screen. Samir, what's going on?
Go.
What's going on, Samir?
How are you?
Samir,
Hello, guys.
just
you
flip
doing,
your
brother?
camera a little.
Yeah,
Samir's a really good friend of mine, guys. We've had a lot of these
discussions
discussions in the past
So,
concerning
yeah, I can
issues
hear you very well
similar to
now.
this.
You guys are overlapping.
Okay, so I'm gonna. So Samir,
hear me?
like I said, he's a friend of mine.
Yes.
We've been having these conversations for a while now about other
Welcome,
topics
Boo.
other than
Yes,
COVID-19 and other theories other than what the mainstream media puts out in our faces all the time. Samir's born in Yemen, so he's got to take a political intake and I guess the media from the other side of the Atlantic, so we get a different view on it than what we're used to seeing here in the Western world. So.
One second, James. Samir, your camera, flip it up, man, because you're driving me crazy right now. You sideways to me. Now you're upside down.
What?
Now you're
90
upside
degrees.
down.
Flip it around 90 degrees.
How is he upside down to you and he's perfectly fine to me?
Yeah, he was fine to me too.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Stop it. It's just you on the actual live feed. He's fine.
Okay,
Just
good.
leave it like you are right now.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Samir,
You're fine.
Samir, you look great. Fuck these guys.
Okay, so I you know what, guys, we threw up a term a couple of times already. The term conspiracy theory.
Yes.
We're gonna turn away from that this time. We're gonna go with conspiracy facts.
Okay.
Of theory, you know.
I'm going to pretend that, because, I agree and disagree, and I love good facts, and I love good opinions. So I'm going to play the mediocre here. I'm going to, I want to be, I'm going to keep an open mind is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I want, because I love this stuff. So, James, if you want to start off, go ahead, brother.
Okay, well, to me, what happened...
You're wrong. I'm kidding. Go ahead. I'm kidding.
At the very beginning, guys, obviously, it's something that completely threw me off guard, swept me right off my feet. Really nervous at the beginning, actually. And, as things started to play along, I noticed that the numbers weren't adding up. Things weren't starting to make sense. So what it did is it triggered something in the back of my mind.
What numbers? Let people know what numbers you're talking about.
So when I talk about numbers, we start talking about the amount of deaths, the amount of cases,
I can't hear James.
The way that they've been reported. When I'm going to get into the detail on all of that later in a second, actually. But what I was trying to say was that they didn't add up and it started to not make sense. So it got me critically thinking. It's got me thinking about events that have happened in the past and what using the media to try to convince us about things that really didn't make sense when you try and look up the actual facts and numbers themselves.
Yes, I agree. Give me 1 second. Samir, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but not James.
James, you can't hear James. You can hear Carlos and Bam? Speak, guys?
Samir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear everybody.
Can you hear us?
James. Yeah, except James.
Okay, I'm going back out. James, just talk so I can hear the live feed.
Okay, sure. Mic check 1, 2.
You've never said that before. MC James, no one's ever said that before.
Okay, so I'm gonna come straight out and say it right off the get-go, and then I'm gonna start backing it up with different facts and points that I've got.
James, can you hear Samir?
Yeah, I can hear Samir perfectly fine. Yeah.
So how do we get him to hear you? Did he manage to do something that we all wish to do?
Yeah, he's heard on the live. Oops.
I know, but if Samir can't, it's great that you can hear him on the live feed. But I mean, if he can't hear James, how the hell is he supposed to be a part of this conversation?
Yeah, I know. Samir, what are you on? What are you using?
I was using my iPad. Now I'm using my phone.
Yeah, you're using your phone. Do me a favor, back out, back in. Hopefully that fixes the problem.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Should I just log off and log on?
Yes,
exactly. Just click on the link again. Get off of this one, okay? We'll see you in the short fit.
Yeah. Take care.
Okay.
StreamYard, you are going to get some complaints.
It's there. too many people on right now.
I don't give a shit. Figure that out. That's not my. They don't mind taking the money. They don't take the money.
They love taking my money.
They'll take the money, but they'll give me shitty fucking product. Shitty product, and then take full fucking. They didn't say we fucked up 20% of the time. Here's 20% of your money back. You know? Oh fuck. 90% of you people can talk. You know? StreamYard.
One by one. Joe, say hi to Samir.
So what's up, Samir?
What's up?
Yeah.
What up, Samir?
James.
What's up, Samir?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Can you hear
James was talking about making craft dinner. That's what you missed out on.
Yeah. I saw him talking and I want to know what.
Of course. That's what I was like. It's great that we can hear you. But
so can you hear me, Samir? Samir,
it doesn't matter. Can you hear me, Samir?
As long as he doesn't hear Bam, he's good. Okay.
Yeah, he's fine.
Can you hear me?
James is important. Anyways, James, go ahead, brother. So you're going to go out and say it. Just say it.
Okay, I'm going to go out and say it, guys. I think that this virus is completely exaggerated. I think that a lot of the deaths that are reported are inaccurate. And I think that this virus, if it gets to you, it's very, very, very weak. And we definitely do not have to worry about it.
I agree.
Now, a lot of people, the first thing that they say when I drop a comment like that is, what about all the people dying? What about all the people? Of course. What about all the people? And then you go about to ask them, do you personally, and Samir's going to touch on this in a bit too, because he's asked the same question. Do you personally know anybody that's died?
No.
I did.
Damn, and you know, and that person was what in relation to you?
He was a friend of mine, a co-worker that I used
and
to
where?
Work
and where is he from? Watch
New
this.
York. He was in New York. He was in New York City.
How old was he, Bam?
Actually, Fernando was about 35.
And was Fernando suffering any other health complications prior?
Nah, this dude didn't smoke.
I don't know.
he drank a little bit, but he didn't smoke. He was a good dude, man. He was young. He was healthy. Did
he get killed by the COVID, or did he get killed by a COVID bullet? Like, No,
because he was in Mexico. I was talking to him like a week before. He was in Mexico with his family. Then he went back to New York, and 2 weeks later, I'm getting reports that he died from the COVID.
Hold up. And then, no offense, like, I'm overweight too. Is he overweight? Was he overweight? Was he a big?
No.
I can hear everybody.
I know, but don't worry about Bam. Bam has nothing good to say, anyways.
No.
He's mentioning that he had a friend, someone that he knew.
You know, somebody,
good dude, good health, a good worker. Believe me when I tell you, when I found out it was him, I was shocked.
Okay,
that's shocking, man. Because honestly, the first person I've heard to say that.
Me too.
To say that. Because a lot of times when I say these numbers are skewed, when we're going to get into some of the facts as to why hospitals have incentives to do that and why certain countries have incentives to slap onto a death certificate COVID-19. But what they're doing right now is that anybody who's entering the hospital for any kind of complication, the first thing they're doing is checking the fever. Yes. All they have to do is have a fever.
That's right.
COVID-19 on this.
That's right.
On the patient's clipboard.
Well, James, I got some stitches here. Remember? So this broke out, right? And I remember cutting myself on sheet metal. And the first thing I went to my it wasn't. I don't give a fuck about anything like that. Was, oh my god, how long are the waits going to be in the hospital?
That's right.
I almost left a vagina-looking scar just to not wait in line, right? So I'm like, but I went, dude. There's 5 people ahead of me. It was faster than the clinic.
Yeah.
And this is during this stuff. Yeah. So when I hear people go, oh, the hospitals aren't busy and people are defending, my experience is that they weren't busy, bro. It's an actual fact.
Well, speaking of that, I'm going to ask Samir a question because Samir has actually had somebody in New York, one of our really good friends who lives in New York. Samir, I'm going to let you touch on that. Speaking about hospitals being busy in New York, you want to make a comment about that?
Yeah, but before I just make a comment about that, James, can I just say something?
Absolutely.
So, in regards of COVID-19, so I am on the fence. So I don't know if it does exist or not. So all I know that I'm sitting at home, quarantine, and anything that it does only exist in the media. I don't know anybody that died of COVID-19. I don't know anybody who knows anybody who died in COVID-19. All I hear about, it's only people has COVID-19, right?
That's right.
Of the people that I know, they're overseas. In Middle East, for example, people can get framed or labeled to whatever the government wants, right? So lots of my friends, they're taking their temperature and they're framed them or putting them as COVID-19, and they cannot do anything. I don't know anybody in Canada. I don't know anybody. However, let's say and let's assume that COVID-19 does exist according to media. If it does exist, it is the weakest virus I ever seen in my life. The regular virus dies in 100-degree. Coronavirus die on 80-degree. Washing your hand can kill coronavirus. Sanitizing your hand can kill coronavirus.
That's right.
Anything can kill coronavirus. The only people, listen to this. What type of virus that does not kill kids? What
That's
type
true.
of virus does not kill a strong immune system? And what type of virus it only kill compromised immune system? However, a lot of compromised immune system can be cured and recover. So to me, it's a very, very weak virus if it exists, and there's no reason for us to be quarantined and trying to prevent something that I don't know if it exists or not. The way I looked into it, I would take precautions once I know someone who knows someone that died of coronavirus. From that point, I can understand, yes, it's possible. Now, if you're gonna talk about why hospital, I really didn't hear Bam what he said.
Yeah, he said, yeah, absolutely.
So, for example, New York, how many people that in New York? Well, I saw a picture on CNN that they bring in hospitals from Italy, training to for New York. The question, why the media is not acting accordingly? The media supposedly in a general, in a real life, they always hide the demonstration, the bad things happening in the country, and they're always trying to spice things and making things right. However, they're doing a fear mongering towards this one. What I believe, what I know for the longest time, I know there is a way bigger than a COVID-19. There's a lot of agenda, and I see it now. If you want to tell me that, I say yeah. But if you want to tell me that we're all locked down worldwide because of COVID-19, I'm so sorry, that's not the truth. Countries,
that's right.
The price. Why countries are claiming a lot of people in a very quick manner? The reason because countries and some of the prime minister and presidents sometimes are just unemployed. Like our prime minister, he just run the country, run the office. He has to act accordingly. But the rules and the orders that comes from these organizations, they control the world.
Of course.
The people control the world, go control it through NATO, World Health Organization, World Trade Center. All these organizations, they can make an order. And these the World Health Organization, they're making a strong statement to countries that if you do not record people that dying of COVID-19, you will not be compensated of how much they're funding worldwide. And poor countries, they were jumping and running. A lot of people I know spoke abroad about COVID-19. They're fine. They're just being tested for their heat, like for their fever, and they're putting them as a COVID-19. So to me, I don't know if it exists. I haven't seen it. However, if it does exist, it's the weakest virus. It did not lock people on Corona SARS because that's not Corona.
That's right.
Exists, if it did not go ahead and lock us down based on these real killing in the past, why they're doing it now?
Right, that's a good point. Now, Samir, you want to touch on the hospital? What some of the people were saying about the hospitals in New York, what they saw?
So I have seen some people that went live themselves and they're looking at the hospital. Listen, guys, the numbers of United States, the top country in the world, that they own all the media and everything and the strong. How can a COVID-19 go in a number so much inflating? And to me, the number does not make sense in a very short period. However, there is a reason why the United States wants to make these numbers big. And if you ask me why,
I'd love to know why.
So the biggest agenda, that's what I think, is not the COVID-19. It's a cover-up for the economy collapse.
Okay.
We were looking and waiting when the economy is going to crash. Because do you think, guys, all the money we have, all the cars, all the wealth, will really have gold to back up these currencies? Do you think with Donald Trump signed a couple days ago stimulation budget or a package for $2 to $6 trillion, do we have that goal for that $1 trillion?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
We don't.
Yeah.
This agenda is to push these. Why 20 CEOs resigned just before the COVID-19?
Of top companies, too. Top companies.
Exactly. And my idea and my theory, let me just touch to the most important. United States built this capitalism society. They run the world. They sell the oil with US dollar, all commodity with US dollar, correct? They built everything. They built the copyright, NOA organization. If you copy something, and guess what? And China coming closer to the top economy. They came from behind in the last few years.
That's very true.
And they're ranking second position. They built, United States built the internet, China improving their internet more. They built apps. China built apps like TikTok, Likey. They building an iPhone as a piece of magic. China came with Huawei. They're building 5G United States, and China already jumped on it. United States doesn't like it. If we left, based on the capitalism rules, competition, the winner, and in capitalism, whoever wins the economy, run the world. And if they left it as is, in 2020, China should take the lead of this world, and United States will not let that happen, whatever is the cause. Donald Trump, he did not talk. Yeah, he did not say. At the beginning, he talked, no problem, no coronavirus. He didn't care because he doesn't know better. He's just an employee.
Yeah, of course.
And guess what now? Every day he talks about they're drawing a plan against China. Mike Pompeo, the State of Department, he called them the communist, the Chinese virus.
Yeah,
guys.
It just reminds me what they did to Saddam. Let me tell you, those days in 2003, even CNN was showing how Saddam is going to throw a chemical weapon and how the army, it's a diagram, it's on people watching like me.
Of course.
And how he's going to kill. And guess what? After all these years, we found out it was a lie.
Yeah, nothing.
It's not a chemical weapon. And I'm going to tell you now, it's the new war against China. There's only two options for the United States. Either by the end of this year, by September or October, with the G20 when they meet, if they come up on an agreement and sit on a table, the United States has a lot of conditions. The United States cannot run the world by themselves. This capitalism is done.
Yeah, I can see that.
They have only one option. Either they sit with China and destroy this capitalism and build a new one, or both of them to run the world together.
That's right.
If China says no, I'm so sorry, guys. We're going to go to the Third World War.
I got to start getting in shape then.
We won't get recruited.
There's been a lot of conspiracy.
So we can live and can enjoy this life.
There's been a lot of conspiracy theories out there that link to things as far as 5G and nanoparticles being inserted into our bodies and stuff. And you know what? We don't know. Maybe it could go that far. But what I do know is that money drives people. And each one of these countries of this world are considered a business. And those people have business or runners, like managers, like our presidents and our prime ministers. Those guys have owners behind them. And if those owners are giving orders, they've got no choice but to listen.
Of
right?
course.
And what's driving those owners in the background? Money and greed. These are the same people that finance wars. These are the same people that finance pandemics. These are the same people that finance terrorism. The same people that tried to convince a whole globe, a whole nation, that 6 guys with X-Acto knives hijacked 3 fucking planes and drove them into buildings. These are the same people that are using the media and Hollywood to program people's brains to get them to believe when something like this drops, that those governments are needed and they're their only savior.
Yeah, talking about the planes. Bam.
It was sold. It was sold so hard.
But see, I couldn't eat that shit because if me and Bam, we go to Dominican every once in a while. If you think a motherfucker with an X-Acto knife is going to take my plane and ruin my all-inclusive?
That shit ain't happening.
I'm throwing Bam at him first.
that shit ain't happening. I deal with worse in the ghetto anytime before that, way before that. You know what I mean?
No, but you're right. They do. But do you find it's always the fear that works, right? Like
that's right. That's right.
Because the things that I've witnessed throughout this whole COVID scenario was The big issue they had in China was with the protest in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And it was out of control. It was a long time. It was a big deal.
That's right.
And then here the natives were protesting, stopping the trains and the pipeline. So I find there is an agenda for everyone that got together to be like, fuck it. We're we're stronger in numbers and we're weaker apart, which they're making us stay home now.
That's right.
So even as minor things that you see on the news one week and you never even talked about it again.
That's right.
And I was like, God damn.
That's a good point, though, because there's other countries in the world that were protesting like that. France was on the up and up.
That's right. So they have their own agenda for their own thing, right?
Yeah,
So
Spain was on the up and up. There was always some shit going on in those Middle Eastern countries where there was always small little civil wars popping off and protesting that got really out of hand. So it was happening all over the world. And then also, like Samir was saying, there was a lot of economic problems that were happening for countries as well.
Very true.
Right? So when something like this virus drops, a lot of stuff is going to come from it. Just like when September 11th happened, a lot of shit happened 20 years after. A lot of invasions, a lot of wars happened, a lot of people got taken down for what? The sake of freedom, right?
That's right.
So everybody bought that excuse. Everybody bought the excuse that the Arabs were fucking jealous of Western freedom, and this is why they caught September 11th, causing the governments to then invade places like Iraq, Afghanistan, milk them for their resources, rebuild the countries, make millions off of the contracts for rebuilding those countries. So it's kind of the same idea now. Watch, we're going to see a lot of shit. As Samir has mentioned, one of the main parts of that agenda will be to take down the up-and-coming power, which was China.
Yeah, big time.
This is why I sit there and I say, well, you know what? This virus is not as bad as it is. Because the real thing behind it, the real thing was the smoke and mirrors. They could have taken these same numbers that we're having this year of deaths and put this whole fucking media campaign on it just for the regular flu, and people could have tripped out.
True. Very true.
Based on the numbers that we have, the deaths that we have, they could have done the same shit last year for the flu and locked everything down. There was an agenda behind this lockdown, and it's all starting now. Right? And then we're gonna see other things unfold. We're gonna see digital currency all over the world.
Yeah,
that's really talk. The second biggest business in this world, aside from after oil, was money laundering.
That's right.
These guys that are running the world, that are running the banking system, they want that fucking cash in their banking system. That's billions of dollars out there. They don't like that. They want to eat. They want to eat all of that pie. So this is why one of the things on the agenda that will roll out, you'll see is digital currency. No more cash. No more cash. That means no more money laundering. And now they've cleaned up $1 billion business, right?
If not more, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's right, billions of dollars, billions and trillions.
But you do know, you're right, because just like everything else, like for 9/11, they go get Bin Laden, but then they took a left and went and killed Saddam, right?
Right.
You're like, whoa.
And then turned around and went and got Bin Laden.
And now so much behind it, not just taking the resources from the country, but you guys have no idea structurally what that did to the Middle East.
That's right.
That's part of their agenda is to divide and conquer. So that's right. Saddam out caused fucking static in the Middle East. That guy Saddam, people
kept shit under control.
But he had that fucking country on lock, bro, under the thumb.
It's very true.
He had different divisions of Muslims beside each other, not even making a peep to each other. You know what I mean? So, anyways, they had to disrupt the Middle Eastern part of the world, and they did that by taking out Saddam, and then they went after Afghanistan and milked the fucking country for everything they had. And set up their bases all over that part of the world so that if something does happen against China, they're going to be prepared.
Because what I have a problem with is the numbers, and we all have problems with numbers, right? The numbers in this code. It's always like, the people need to know when the numbers go up. Let's say it goes from, I'm making up numbers, I didn't look at it lately. It goes from 100,000 to 102,000. How come the numbers never decrease in the fact of people have recovered?
Well, that's it. Not just that, Joe.
They're making it seem like once you're sick forever. That's it. And it's spreading.
And why do they never talk about recovery? That's the thing I was talking about. They're selling it really hard.
Yeah.
If they were trying to help the people, they'd be, okay, guys, people are recovering, people are dying, but look how many recoveries were happening. Stay at home and we'll get more recoveries. No, it was always deaths.
Yes.
I know this, guys. I was in sales before. You present the headache. After you give the people the headache, you come forth with the Advil.
Yes.
You're the cure. Right?
So the beer and the Advil, yes.
And whoever comes forth with the Advil usually has a nice benefit behind it. I used to do that when I put people together in sales all the time. I treat the biggest problem that never even existed for them, for them to buy what I wanted them to buy from me, so I can make some good money off of it.
So hold on. Just in Ontario, I'm just getting the numbers here. So there's 19,000 cases that have been confirmed. There's 13 recovered. 13,000 recovered.
Yeah.
So to me, that 1,400.
Right.
So to me, that's still good numbers. Those are still good odds.
Yeah, very good. It's 14 deaths, bro, or 20 deaths out of those people. Like, guys, I'm gonna pull up some stats. I've got some stats. I'm not gonna go over all the sources, but each one of these stats comes with a source. Okay, so a good look at these numbers as of yesterday, or this is going to be about a week ago now. So as of 2 week and a half ago, there were 217,000 deaths worldwide so about 119 days from the beginning of the year from COVID-19. Mostly the elderly and immune-compromised. During that same time frame, the first 119 days of this year, okay, from falling down. So remember, 217,000 deaths worldwide in 119 days from COVID. In the same time frame, from falling down, 210,000 deaths. From suicide, 260,000 deaths. 440,000 deaths from motor vehicles. 2.9 million deaths from hunger. So, if it was really about the people and really about saving the people, why have they not implemented? Guys, they could feed world hunger like this.
The dude from Amazon needs to step his game up, bro.
3.1 million people, that have died from cancer. 5.8 million people around the world that have died from cardiovascular disease. Why did we not get sugar? Why did we not get rid of sugar, right? That's a pandemic.
Tell me about it.
It's clogging your arteries, killing us.
It almost killed Bam, bro. He's diabetic.
And did I mention, if anybody wants to know, I have links, I have sources for all of that information. And not to mention, between 110 to 250,000 people die from influenza every year. And that's been recorded for the last 10 years. So that being said, we could have taken influenza last year and created the same pandemic because, we could create the same pandemic. Those are the same exact numbers as the flu and coronavirus. We could have created the same pandemic based on the flu last year. So you guys,
I think it's media driven.
Was because of this pandemic.
Yeah, but this is all media driven, right? Like the media is throwing it out there every single time. You can't watch nothing. You can't see nothing. Even on the radio, you're driving, boom, you get the numbers and stuff like that. So they're putting the scare tactics towards you. And I was
talking about.
Yeah, you're just fearful. People are fearing. They're like, okay, we're going to listen. I know for sure. For me, I stopped because there was a case close to me around like my house. So the wife's like, stay home. I stayed home, but otherwise, I continue working.
I got to admit, you know what? I still, out of respect for everybody, I still practice social distancing. I'm going to respect the fact that they're scared.
But James, I've been social distancing my whole life.
Yeah, it's nothing new. I hate humans, right?
I didn't go to sporting events. I always sat a couple seats away at the movie theater. I don't go on Tuesday. You know what I mean? Like, I stopped taking the bus. Like, I've been doing this my whole life, and all of a sudden, my normal shows up, and all of a sudden, it's supposed to be weird. No, I'm kidding. But I get it. Like, it's at the end of the day, we have to do social distancing to respect the other person that are, in belief of this, right? We have no choice, right?
Right.
We have no choice. If you're my friend and you believe it, I'm not going to disrespect you. And it comes like all sorts of forms, religion, whatever. This is what you believe in. This is what I'm going to respect. It is. It's a sign of respect. But yeah, I don't know. I like it because there's no more fucking traffic. You know, when I drive, I like it. But I can't go shopping because there's a moron that's always yelling at me at the supermarket. But the coronavirus is what he doesn't have to worry about. It's me. It's me he's got to worry about. I don't like that. People's attitudes need to change with this virus scenario. But the thing is, like, I think you're right. The numbers just, for me though, between most of us, and Bam, I know you probably said a friend did pass away. We're talking about, amongst all of us, thousands of people we know. Thousands.
I hear you. Believe me, I hear you.
I don't know what to tell you. I told people you have a better chance of winning the lottery than catching this fucking thing.
That's BS. I didn't win.
Dummy, I didn't say you were going to win the lottery. This is why we need a mute button on it.
I just love getting him going.
Fucking retard. I hope he fucking... no offense, I hope he fucking catches COVID. Fuck.
I could keep going, guys, with numbers.
Yes.
The numbers and statistics all day. These are some Canadian numbers comparing 2018 deaths to what's going on here in 2019 so far. I can go on forever. Like I said, it was conspiracy facts. I'm just going off of numbers.
Well, of course.
Based off of these numbers, there should be no lockdown. Therefore, this lockdown came for a purpose. And that purpose, guys, I'm scared. I'm scared to see what it. I was more scared, guys, about what's going to happen to our financial economy.
That was my question.
And gloves I had to go out and buy.
That was my next question. It was going to be like, what about the small businesses? You know what I mean? Like, there's no way they're recovering from this, bro. There's no way.
That's right.
Like, I told people I'm more scared. When we come back to so-called normal, or whatever the fuck they want normal to be, like, dude, I don't want to drive by a bunch of plazas and restaurants and see for lease signs everywhere. Like,
and you know what, Joe? That's a good point that you bring up now, because remember what I touched on earlier when I was saying cashless industry?
Mm-hmm.
Out of all the business, remember, this is worldwide, guys. This is not in a section, right? So when they have something and they shut it down, they're shutting it down worldwide. What out of a small business, medium business, or large business, which are the ones that are usually the ones that generate and hide the most cash?
Restaurants.
They're the the mom and pop shops, the small businesses, right? Yeah. So did you notice how this was an attack on these small businesses?
Oh, yeah.
So places like Walmart, man, they got 1.5 million employees. They see 1,000 people a day. They never shut them down. Nothing ever happened. Fucking Walmart.
You're right. I was telling my boss about a few weeks back, I said, this is the only scenario where the rich got really richer and everyone else got poor.
Bang. Bang. And Joe, this is only the beginning. Dude, this is only the beginning.
Yeah, man.
This is only the beginning.
And I told him, he looked at me kind of weird. He's like, what do you mean? I'm like, dude, every major corporation's open. Everyone else isn't. You know what I mean? Like, I was like, dude, how you not drive around, look around. This is facts. Like, it's crazy.
It's all with an agenda, bro. Come on. The vaccines, that's another thing we didn't really talk about. The vaccines, that's another agenda. You're going to be obliged to take vaccines. Now everybody's fucking terrified. Nobody wants to leave their house.
I'm not taking a vaccine.
Guys, please excuse the coughing. It's not COVID.
Oh my God, he's dying, folks. We got to edit that part.
No, for me guys, it's not COVID. It's Cushvid. It's Cushvid. That's the difference. For me, it's the Cushvid.
So, James, Samir, now, like, I'm on that side of the fence. I'm with you. I get it. I get the numbers. I understand. Those are, and you're right. It's not conspiracy theory. It's facts. Numbers are numbers. Yeah. Now, have you ever been on the other side where you're giving numbers to someone and they looked at you like you're absolutely going bananas? Crazy.
Oh, yeah. What about the frontliners? What about? I know a doctor that's telling me all about this.
Okay. Talking about doctors.
Catching it.
Jesus Christ, where's my mask? What's going on here? I just want to know. Okay, talking about numbers. How can you? And this is just, I don't know. 'Cause I'm talking about this is all bullshit. These numbers are numbers. How can they make so many doctors lie or exaggerate?
Samir, we were just talking about this yesterday, so I'm going to put this one in your court right now.
So how can they exaggerate numbers? Like how can you convince them? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let me just put it together. When the government, for example, get an order from the World Health Organization, do you think government will say no? We're going to go investigate, or they're going to have to act accordingly, right?
Accordingly, they listen to instruction.
And if you don't believe, like James doesn't believe on that, and when you see your work said we're going to practice social distancing and we're going to practice COVID-19 to separate, what would you act? You have to act accordingly, right?
Very true.
In order for you to be in a position, you have to believe in the people and you have to believe in them. That's fine. Guys, let's put this on the side. I'm going to play with you a game called Why. And please answer me and let me know. So if we think as based on the doctors, right? We're talking about them. If they mention and told me and told you COVID-19 can die over sanitizer and hand wash and all these, and with the heat of summer, it's going to kill it. So
that's right.
It's a weak one, right? And it's only going to kill a compromised immune system. Then influenza kill compromised immune system, malaria kill compromised immune system, a flu can kill a compromised immune system, everything can kill a compromised immune system. That's a why they're only saying COVID-19 is the biggest kill. If that's the case, we shouldn't call it a deadly disease. And who call it the deadly disease? The entire health society. If I'm a doctor and I have a degree or I have a credential, I'm not going to go against my credential. I'm not going to go against my career, right? It's normal. Like, I respect everybody. I respect social distancing. I respect all these. I don't leave the house. I quarantine accordingly. What I believe is a different story. What people believe, I have to act accordingly with everybody. So when people ask me at work, do you do that? I say yes. I respect and I do that. Even I have
Very
a different
true.
opinion. Now, other why. I'm going to ask you all why. How come Fauci, the lead of this pandemic in the United States, spoke about in 2020, almost in Donald Trump administration, the world is going to face a pandemic. It's on YouTube in his own words. In 2017, you can write Dr. Fauci, 2017, and he talked about pandemic. That's on the side. Nobody can answer. The other question, Bill Gates. Bill Gates, he's a big profile.
Big time, yeah.
His big company or these innovation companies like Google, Bill Gates, they worth more than 5 to 6 poor countries.
Very
budget.
true.
So Bill Gates, a high profiler, I'm not saying he knows, but he mentioned in 2015, the new world enemy doesn't look like a bomb. It looks like a virus. If anything will attack human in the next decade or two, it could be a virus. So the question, where do they get this information from? Either they're high profilers or they get it.
And why is it the same guy? Hey, Samir, and why is it the same guy who is now leading vaccination research? The same guy that was talking about it.
So let me ask you the last question. I'm going to ask you why. How come at this current moment there is no terrorist attack in anywhere in the world?
Because they're quarantined.
The agenda has been changed. They're going now after China. They're going to have to, United States owe China a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
China bought United States debt. United States not willing to pay that debt. And they're going to play the game of chasing of China. We will see the new going. It's nothing against Iran now, not against Iraq. All the talk out of sudden is against China.
Very true.
And again, all these numbers, everything here around me doesn't tell me nothing is dangerous. And there's a lot of agenda, as James says. The vaccination is one, e-cash another one, practicing lockdown, or anything could happen. See, what we do, if there's any world war in the next decade or something, in the 6, 7, 8 years, because it's not going to be in a day, they're going to have to build a case, they're going to have to go in the media, they have to pressure, they have to get a lot of other countries around them. Other countries have to agree that they died from China. And all these countries, especially poor countries, they bought a lot of money from China, because China is the other side of the world, that they lend the poor country more than the Federal Reserve.
That's true.
So these countries, they can be ordered to them not to pay that debt. It's a write-off. That's just one idea to squeeze in China. What China is doing now, they know about it. They're working hard on the digital currency before United States. They improve Huawei. They improve their technology. And they're absolutely there.
It's too bright, James.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was just showing an article of what Samir was talking about, just based on, again, the agenda. The proof is right here, guys. It's too bright for you guys to see, but the Epoch Times.
But James, if you snapshot it and put it on the fucking, if you want to put it on the one of the comments. Technology. This guy doesn't want fucking digital currency because he's gonna be broke. He won't know how to use it. That's why.
So when I do get that up there, and share it to the comments, that's just the newspaper article that got distributed. I don't know how many hundreds and hundreds of thousands of copies, and basically the front page, and it took up 4 pages. This particular article.
Wow.
Touch on what Samir was talking about, the agenda, right? This is one of the rollouts. This is execution right here. We're looking at it live. The title is "How the Chinese Communist Party," bro, that term hasn't been used in I don't know how many decades. How the Chinese Communist Party endangered the world. Sorry, Samir, you can keep going. You can keep touching on what you're talking about there, but that's an example right there of the rollout. Right there, that's execution. That's execution. That's how it starts.
Are you guys surprised? Go ahead, Carlos.
Sorry. Just to touch base on the Bill Gates and stuff like that. He probably also has a hidden agenda, right?
Of course.
But here's the thing, right? If he predicted it back a while ago, right, that we're going to have an epidemic and some viral that's going to affect the body, anyone could have said that. But since he said it, and now they're going back to an interview that was done like 5 years ago, now he's looking like a G. Now he's had fun, like he's buying into whatever the
Pharmaceuticals.
yeah, whatever company. That's
Say it
basically.
in Spanish. Say it in Spanish.
I can't say it in Spanish either.
He's part owner of the World Health Organization. Just to let you guys know, I don't know if you guys know that or not, but he's part.
I know he's a dork, and I want to bang his wife.
Okay, so I heard something, I read something about patents. So if you think about it, supposedly Bill Gates owns the patents to the coronavirus, and he also owns the patent to the vaccine for it too.
Correct.
And if you look it up, it's there.
That was patent, guys, in 2016. That was patent in 2016.
What do you mean he patent coronavirus? What do you mean?
There's a patent to it.
When you create something, you patent it, so you own it. You know what I mean? You're the only one that owns it.
So how come he's not getting shot right now?
Well, this is my point. Nobody knows the fact that he got the patent for it, and the pharmaceutical company he owns the patent to it.
Hold on, he sold Microsoft. He sold Microsoft to get this pharmaceutical company.
Yeah, because there's more money in drugs.
He's gonna make more money.
Of course.
Right. Of course.
Samir,
if he's got the patent for the coronavirus and the vaccine, it's nothing but money for him. Here, like James said, here's the problem. Wait a year. Now here's the vaccine. You know what I mean?
So where you guys took too fucking long. I forgot my question. No. So what's the story, Samir and James? Like why would they come up with something so pathetic that it came from the food market in Wuhan? Like,
because
is that just a cop out? Yeah. A cop out? Just ate some weirdo?
Man, everybody will believe it, right? Everybody will believe.
They ate something disgusting we would never do. Blah blah blah.
That's something that's completely foreign to us, right?
Well, no, I disagree with the foreign thing. Like I said, China
China been eating animals.
Yeah, their whole lives. Yeah,
exactly. And I mean, again, as I said, if they were able to control SARS, control Ebola, control Zika, control everything,
yes,
and they were really dangerous, they could control this one. Now, my question here: how come the diseases still exist? It didn't die. They didn't finish removing it. And they said, even if you recover, it could come back to you.
That's right.
And they're still looking into unlock us and go back to reality. I'm as someone sitting here only listening to the news. The news is not saying anything better. So I don't understand is why they're doing all that, right? So to me is the fear mongering that all over the news. I mean, they don't talk about the recovery. They only mention the end of the news. They are not talking. They should bring people who recover, be happy, speak about it, make people happy. As the media always
some hope.
does.
There's hope, right? Like at the end of the tunnel. Yeah.
The only person I saw.
Carlos, go ahead.
Sorry, the only person I saw talk about like recovery and stuff is like the Prime Minister from Britain. And what was his words? That's the worst thing I've ever gone through. After he came out at first speech. So he recovered, but that was the worst shit I ever went through.
Yeah.
Let me explain to you that one.
Yes.
Thank you for bringing it up, Silas, and I'll tell you one thing. Imagine how this is a serious and the big people playing a big role. Imagine what's the likelihood the Prince Charles and the Prime Minister of England, who at the beginning of the epidemic, who their country pre-exit Europe Union couple days before that, with this person told the people from day one, the Prime Minister, this pandemic is going to reach 70% of the world, and you will cry and you will miss beloved ones. What's the likelihood when the big people, Angela Merkel, the Chancellor of Germany, she has to do quarantine. Donald Trump, at the beginning, they were worried and he said, I'm going to do tests.
Yes, right.
Justin Trudeau's wife, right? They don't talk
Fuck,
about
I wish she got it.
Fine. They're bringing big names so the people can be worried. 150 of the Saudi royal palace, not 122, not 34, 150 living in a palace, self-quarantine #1 in the world. And yet, they get that disease. I'm sorry. I sit here quarantining. I hear some of the news. I add 1 plus 2. It doesn't come to a 3. I cannot help it.
Yes.
New York. Let me add last point. Let me ask a question. When you have someone in Ottawa who has an accident, okay, or you hear a shooting in South, or you hear this, sometime of the likelihood people said, yo, you know this person. You remember that guy who
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was his brother, right?
That's right.
Imagine would I haven't known someone who knows someone in Ottawa died of COVID-19. I asked so many people, please tell me you know someone at least so I can be recovered.
I can't.
Yet I haven't seen anything. And I didn't hit Bamboo when he said
Bam said he's a friend. There's a friend of his in New York.
New York.
35,
Okay.
healthy. In New York, he supposedly died of COVID-19.
Okay,
I think he got shot and robbed. That's my opinion.
So let me tell you what happened to this person.
Oh,
So
you see, good.
So what this person they did to him, Bamboo, let me tell you, he died. And when he died, he said died after tested for COVID-19, not from COVID-19, not the cause of death COVID-19, after. So someone, right, who tested, they said COVID-19 based on the initial heat of temperature of his body.
Most likely, yeah.
But then after he died from cancer, still legally is correct. Died after tested for COVID-19. From cancer, from influenza, from anything. You need to understand. I need you to look at Twitter, at the World Health Organization. How many people already spoke, hiding their face, or shooting a letter under document or something saying we're being told to say these things. A lot of people
it's stats, yeah.
Brother, my sister. So after tested for COVID-19 is different than the cause of death. How can they say the cause of death COVID-19? And if they do, they know someone can sue them, right? Because I can hire this private investigator and then come into it. In North America, they're not risking it. They're doing it by saying after tested for COVID-19 and it's not cause of disease COVID-19 because they can't do 100%.
Well, Samir and James, have you not noticed that majority of our deaths are from the old folks home, the retirement communities? Like I don't want to be rude, but like you know.
Again, we'll talk about numbers, right? Because numbers don't lie. I've always said that. I'm a little bit of a businessman, and I know that. Excuse me, guys. The numbers do not lie. If you excuse me,
hold on, guys. If you're watching the screen, it's not that his camera quality reduced. It's just smoke in the room, right, guys? He's at 360p now, all right?
And wow, the smoke! I forgot what I was saying.
Numbers don't lie, James. Numbers don't lie.
It is. Numbers don't lie. And if we take a look, guys, at the total amount of world deaths, forget categorizing it. Forget categories.
Yes.
Take a total number of world deaths from 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. As of now, the first 100 and I don't know how many days so far in 2020, there should be a huge spike in the amount of deaths
because of the COVID. Because it's something different that happened.
Exactly.
Yes.
But guess what? It's not.
I know it's not.
It's not. What does that mean? That means they're taking other deaths and they're just replacing them with COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Ooh, you can get sick a second time around if you get over COVID. Guys, I know people that get the fucking flu every fucking year.
Yes.
No shit, you can get it again. It's a fucking flu. Of course you're going to get it again. And you're going to sit at home and you're going to sweat. You're going to jerk off a little bit. You're going to be in your couch. And after 3 days, you're going to be good. Because that's how people deal with the flu.
3 to 4, yeah. Yeah. Right? With the laptop. You're right.
That's how people deal with the flu.
Now, what bugs me is facts are facts, right? Like you guys are saying, you guys are bringing up facts. You guys are bringing up the fact that digital currency, power, money, numbers, right? We brought up numbers. Why the hell are people still afraid?
Because our society has been programmed. They have been programmed through media.
Yes.
They have been programmed through Hollywood. They have been programmed through social media.
But this has been for like a good century, since, especially with media, especially with movies, with war. You're right. So they have been programming us from day one for the last 100 years, for instance.
That's right.
Okay. So we're programmed.
It's called fear mongering. It's called fear mongering, and by the name, it's called fear mongering. So people got the fear through the media, through all around. Plus, listen to this. A lot of people I know, they talk to me like how James talks. They don't believe in it at all. So I asked him the question, okay, are you willing to take your kids to go out of the house? He said, even if the government announced and said you're okay to go and everything open, I will not take my kids out. And that's shocking because how? They build that to people that there is something, a deadly disease, even though it doesn't kill, only strong immune system doesn't, and still yet they call it a disease, a deadly disease. These type of things when the media only talk about how many people died. Every day the Prime Minister speaks, the Premier of Ontario, it's like,
of course,
scary. All we hear this. That's the biggest reason. But let me ask a question, guys.
Yes.
You mentioned something, Joe. You asked the retired people. What's the sad thing about the economic collapse? I heard someone on the CBC radio indicating that 4 years ago, his investment was up, and then a system crashed, and then in 2001, again it went up and then went down, and then 2009, investment came again down.
That's
and
right.
Now he said after 4 years, I'm gonna leave. And I'm gonna go home almost like how I started 40 years ago. So that's for the retired people. That's right. And now, So, okay. So let me ask another question, guys. Another fact that I mentioned. How come this is the only season it was passed? That's the flu season, right?
Yes.
How come we don't see clinic either in New York, these people, anywhere? People are supposed to be sick. And when I call my doctor at this time every year, he doesn't have a place for me because it's packed of people sick of natural sickness. This year, nothing is mentioned, nothing is being taken, everything and everybody is COVID-19.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
Have you not noticed, all you guys, I'm asking all four of you guys, that the people that talked, I'm not scared, I'll never take a flu shot, and all the big talkers, and when the shit hit the fan like this, when the so-called reality, which is the COVID, how many people hid? How many people you've seen all these hiders? They run and hide, and even I witnessed, this is a true story. 1 week I'm at work, guys like, this is bullshit, blah blah blah, and I'm agreeing with them. I'm happy, this and that. 2 weeks in, the dude doesn't leave his truck, doesn't talk to nobody. Me and him were just on the same page a week ago. Yeah. Like, don't breathe on my handle. You know what I mean? Like,
hold on.
The media did a really fucking good job, guys.
They did no. James, I've always been two people. I've been me, and I've been business me. Me, I'm fucking mad. Business me is very impressed. Very impressed. I'm always like, wow, what a move. Congratulations. Holy shit.
Fuck the world.
But I'm split because as a businessman, I always try to put my foot on the other shoe. Like, you know what I mean? When I used to work at a nightclub, remember when I worked at Helsinki?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, the numbers went skyrocket. You came in MC, we DJ, we get annihilated. Best times ever, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I was there for 5 months. On April, he goes, I sold the bar to this new owner. I was like, okay, cool. Maybe the new owner will fix some of the speakers. So I'm a bit excited. A new owner's a little bit motivated, right? I sat down with the old owner. He tried to screw me. I was like, how the fuck am I getting screwed? So I called the old owner, and he goes, well, I hired you to bring the numbers up so I can sell it. DJ Joey was mad. Yeah. Business Joey was impressed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So I was like, but this is why I look at COVID as a human being. Like, you're trapping me, or you're preventing me to go to a friend's house, or the barbecues, or people don't want to see me because they're scared. But what I do is, like, as a businessman, I'm always like, wow, you guys are good. Did a very good job. You used your tools to your advantages.
Bang, bang.
Bam, you did a very good job.
Right there.
And I congratulate you on that.
Yeah.
But fuck you. I'm going to breathe on everyone anyways, you know?
Fuck you big time.
You know what I'm saying?
They use their fucking tools, bro. They use their tools and they've executed. They've been doing it for so long. They're so good at it now. Like, I'm just going to use what Samir said before. CNN back in the day when they wanted to invade Iraq.
That's right.
They brought a fucking billboard up and they had little red dots showing that if it's Saddam Hussein attacked with his chemical weapons,
yes!
they were so sure that he had. This is what it's going to look like, guys. And then they had this scary looking projection of the whole fucking screen turning red.
Dude, if you were aiming at my country or my city or near it, I'm freaking out, right?
That's right. That's the
Oh, they're supposed to hit Kingston. You're like, man, if that missile goes a little bit east, I'm fucked. So they look at it. They do have the fear of not only where they're hitting, the surrounding areas of it. So everyone gets scared. I get it.
That's right.
I get it. And they use their tools.
And that's the point. That's the point.
But they've been doing this since like even World War II where they would make movies. I'm talking about Germany would make movies. The United States would make movies about who's the bad guy, who's the hero. Me and Bam have met so many people from all over the country.
From different worlds, different
Jesus Christ, man. So, like some of the nicest human beings in the world. But if I popped in these goddamn movies and believed them, I wouldn't talk to these human beings.
So divide and conquer. The whole bottom goal is divide and conquer. As long as they keep you divided, they conquer you and destroy you and get whatever they want from you.
That's it, right there.
James, how do you know how to aim properly? I've been doing this forever. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, bro. You're sick, bro. But it's a fact. It is literally a fact. Some of the nicest people we met were from Russia. Dude, we met some cool fucking dudes in Germany, bro. Like, dude, like it was just one of those like Russia has been known to us as don't fuck with them, Putin, they fuck German is like they've been dogs since Hitler. Like they've been dogs. Like, but the thing is, like, you meet these people, they're smarter than us, they're genuine than us, they're nice people. Like,
bro, look right beside us. This is one of my best friends.
See what I'm saying?
What have they depicted Arabs to be in the last 10, 20 years?
Well, you don't make a very good job of that, though. You know?
So, like I was saying, the tools, Joe, just like you were saying, the tools. Hollywood is one of their biggest tools.
Oh, yes.
Programming, man. Movie after movie after. Bro, honestly, I'm starting to think that villains like the Joker and Bane starting to make fucking sense. In Hollywood. Why? Because if someone wanted to come against the system that these people, these governments, and these people that run the governments, they put together, that person's a bad person. That person's a podcast if he tries to go against that.
All the cartoons are robbing, you know, like Spider-Man is saving a dude from robbing the bank. But who the fuck's going to save the bank from robbing me?
Yeah.
No
superhero. Where's that superhero?
Yeah. What the fuck happened to that? Where's that guy? I want that guy.
Yeah.
Doesn't exist.
So that's my fucking take, guys.
I love it, man. I love it, guys. Samir, man. It's a real pleasure, man. It's not.
Pleasure, guys.
We're not we're just trying to explain to everyone. Anyone that's listening, disagree with us, fuck it. That's what I want you to do. I love it. If you agree, shooting the shit podcast. We shoot the shit. I want to hear your opinion. If I sat here and disagreed with you guys, I would still do it. But we'd still go and have a drink. This has nothing. These are not. We're bringing up numbers. We can agree and disagree. People usually disagree with me anyways. So this is all fun. It was good, guys. I'm really happy you guys came on. Samir, I know it's the first time I got to meet you on here. Hopefully, I get to meet you once this fucking quarantine shit's over. Go there. James, what are you doing? Go ahead, Samir.
Yeah, I was happy. I'm happy to be here on the show. It's a great opportunity. James asked me to come and join.
Absolutely.
And I'm impressed with what you bring, guys. I'm impressed with the podcast. I like your channel, and I like.
Thank you, brother.
And I told people to follow, so it's.
I appreciate it, brother.
Word.
We're gonna talk about a lot of things.
Anything.
I'm gonna be one of course. I'll watch the show more often.
We're all about shooting the shit, man. It doesn't matter.
I love it. He actually took notes and made questions for himself.
Yeah.
Love that.
Something that Carlos hasn't done in 24 episodes, bro.
What are you talking about? Making sure we're still live.
Carlos is the behind the scenes. He did a good job today. We only gave him 4 pictures. Doug Hay is Snapdragon, by the way, guys.
Big shout out to Snapdragon.
He's a big fan of ours. We're a big fan of his. We got to get Dougie back on.
I ain't talking to him. He said he's gonna kill us all.
Well, actually,
he does know. Going to kill you.
Yeah, I put you right under the hot bus, bro. It ain't me, bro. Dougie, I'll get you a ticket to fucking Liverpool. It's coming to get you, Bam. But guys, I'm gonna stick around with Carlos and Bam for a few minutes. Samir, James, thank you so much, guys. Our pleasure, bro.
Have a great evening.
All right, peace, guys. My pleasure, man. Guys, what an interesting show, man.
It was. They had some theories, some numbers, some stats. I was like, oh, okay. There was a lot of times I wanted to jump in there and say something, but I said,
apologize too.
Let them talk.
We apologize that Samir couldn't hear you though, man. Like, I don't know. Last time we had 6 of us, all of us went on. Guys, we apologize. Whoever's listening, we apologize in advance. The internet is wonky. It's COVID time. There's too many fucking human beings on. So tell the people.
Tell them to go outside and do something with themselves.
Oh, Alex is asking for doing the verses. Nah, Alex, we're doing the verses.
I got 4 pictures.
We're not doing the verses today, man. We're not doing the verses. But next week, we got our boy, DJ Elon. It's coming on 8:15 p.m. Eastern time. I have to say Eastern time because it fucked my mind up. Fats earlier, when we were interviewing him, shoots me a message going, 8 o'clock my time or 8 o'clock your time? And I was like, shit, my bad, bro. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, no. So it's 8:15 Eastern time. We're getting DJ Elon on. He's been DJing all the nightclubs. Bam, you must have worked with him too, right?
I worked with him. I worked with him for a couple of years.
Worked with him.
Good DJ.
I worked with him. I worked with him when it was way back, when he was way little. We can probably talk a bit about that. Radio DJ, promoter. He's throwing some big events. Was a nightclub owner at one point. I think he's back DJing and managing. This guy is a pretty cool story. We'll definitely get him on. By the way, Alex, just to let you know, we got some verses with Elon. We got some DJ gear and some equipment. So you might want to like that.
Hold on, I just got to give this to for Alex. Just give me a second.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
You're going to put it on?
It's supposed to be Eminem versus JC.
How come that's not over us?
Because it's on the background.
So put it on the foreground.
I lost the other picture. There we go. There's that picture. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I just wanted to show him up. I think.
So so you didn't go too far left field. You just went right now. It's an hour and 15 minutes in. Not too bad, Carlos. Not too bad, Carlos. But anyways, people are loving verses. We appreciate who the hell's watching. Got to big up Fats. Fats has been killing it.
J Fats.
16 bars of death.
Junior Spitters Union.
Part 3. Sign up today. Today. You got to sign up today. Versus. I'm telling you, and I'm happy. Dude, Bam, are you happy you're not a part of this? One versus one?
Yeah, definitely.
I can't do that. I can't go at work and listen and knowing that I'm pissing off a few people that I actually enjoy listening to. That's what was the hardest part. When I was like, yeah, I'll be a judge. Fuck that. I don't want to be that no more. I want to support it, but I don't want to do that no more.
And it's hard being an MC yourself. So I'm my worst critic, my own worst critic myself. So, and I'm sitting there trying to criticize someone else and critique what they're doing, and it's just hard. You know what I mean? It's real hard.
So, Bam, would you ever consider about doing a track with Fats at all?
Yeah. Actually, I'll do a track. To be honest with you, I'll do a track with all of them because they all got some game. They all got some spit.
I think you guys should do some. I think you guys should do some East Coast shit over there.
Some East Coast. Well, like I said, Fats around the corner. PEI.
Fats and his cousin. Fats and his cousin are there.
They're not that far, so shit. It's just a matter of getting the beat together and sending it back and forth. I don't know how they recording over there.
Hey, dude.
What happened with the guy that you were collabo with out in the UK or something like that? I never heard nothing.
Oh, you talk about Capilano from Moscow. I sent that track back to them. I'm just what they do. Got to do what they got to do with it. You know what I mean?
Oh, we definitely gonna be playing that. That dude. I wish we can do some fucking translation. I'd love to get those guys on.
Yeah. Well, Andre, we can get Andre. We just got to catch Andre when he's halfway through a bottle of vodka. Then he start talking English properly.
No, dude, my dad got him start talking like him, bro. I don't know what the fucking language that is when they're drinking, dude. They talk a whole nother language on that. But I want to do a big ups. It's fucking my buddy fucking Scotty Stunts, bro, with the beat straight up. You hollered at me earlier. You gave me a beat straight up. Holler at him, hot. Dude, I was like, man, you're a great MC, but dude, this produced. You can see another skill of someone's. You're just like, damn, like. You stepped up your fucking game. This is good. And I'm an asshole. And I'm a fucking critic. You know what I mean? Carlos Diaz. I don't know. He says Andrea. Who the fuck's Andrea?
You talk about Andre from Russia.
Andre.
Yes. Susha, you know what I mean? You know, got
dude.
Uber.
Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. We love all your fucking comments, bro. And Carlos does put them on, and we don't gonna do shooting the shit song for you guys. We would love that, bro. Dougie, we love that.
Okay.
And if it's not good, we're not playing it.
The MC here should be doing it.
Man.
But hold up, Joe. You know, boom. I finished that track. You sent me. So when are we gonna put that up here?
We need to mix it.
You want me? I thought you were going to finish it up. All right, I'll finish it up then. I'll mix it up tonight. And then.
Since when am I don't mix the tracks.
All right. I'll
mix it up a little. We can drop it. We can drop that. We'll drop it on the fucking. We'll probably drop it before. We'll drop it 1 hour before we play the next episode. So 7:15 we'll drop it.
You got a deadline. You got a deadline. You got some homework for the weekend.
The song is done. I just got to mix it. That's it.
You got to schedule. It's K-Spot and Riser on that shit. Featuring Bam, you know. Bam has to drop a verse on shooting the shit. I know. Tell me he's got to be making a new intro to this song, no? Bam has some homework to do, you know.
We should get Snapdragon on here and lose you for a day.
We're gonna replace you. We're gonna replace you with Snap soon, bro. Snap we do co-host. But guys, Carlos, I was talking to Bam earlier. Maybe we should make a little segment. Yes, he does. He needs to make a fucking. We maybe make a little segment where we go through the comments. What do you think, Carlos? Just so we don't want to. You know what I mean?
We're trying to control this. Here's the bad part, right? We're on Facebook Live.
Absolutely.
Then it goes to Podbeam, and then Podbeam can't see any of these things.
I don't care about Podbeam.
So
I'm just saying, maybe. Okay, that's my perfect example. So Podbeam, for instance, maybe at the end of before we end off the show, maybe verse after verses or after fucking DJ Deuce's assassination by DJ Deuce, maybe we do a little segment where it's just comments. We pop the comments up, we read them, we comment on them, we say what's up to some of our people. Where the hell are my Nova Scotians people? You guys ain't hating on me today.
Oh, Paige is upset with you. You want to get on this intro too.
Oh, maybe. But also I'm saying, so maybe we'll figure out a fucking. I want to. Oh my god, dude! How about you guys compete for an intro? Then we get some votes. And then that'll be the new intro.
We should do it like
that can work.
Hold on, we should do a live freestyle show on once. Everyone,
absolutely, dude. You didn't own a music studio. Absolutely not. I want that. I had everyone freestyled me like I was a record label, and all I wanted was $30 an hour. That's all I wanted. I'm at the bar drinking. Yo, let me hear you spit. I was like, hey, cool, man. Like that's all I had to do, man. Well, he's writing the shit already. But yeah, so maybe we should do a fucking competition on who the fuck wants to do our intro. Oh, or the new intro to Versus. We need an intro for Versus. I like this, guys. I really like. I like these comments.
A lot of ideas are popping up here. You know?
I like that because right now, when me and Bam and Carlos were talking, now it's nitpicking time. The show's done well. Our guests are fantastic. Now it's nitpicking. We want to spice it up, but an intro for Versus isn't a bad fucking idea. You know what I mean? You know, I like that. A shooting the shit competition for the intro or for Versus. If you guys can give me a fucking 16 bars on Versus. I didn't steal your words, bro. I read them. I read them. I didn't steal your words. I actually read your words exactly.
You didn't copyright it or patent it yet either.
Shit, it's on my show now. It's mine. It is what it is. But guys, man, this is a great show. It was definitely different. It was a little more intense than usual. I appreciate everyone listening. What's up, Carlos?
Hold on, just because there was some Pat's chats going on here from Steven here. If anybody from St. Pat's knows how to break in, I need to get my son's shoes. So please let me know.
Break in where? Into the school?
To the high school. I need to get it. I need to get his shoes back.
From 20 years ago?
No, from his locker.
Oh, your son's shoes?
Yeah, Carlos's shoes.
I'm thinking your shoes. I'm like, dude, those are gone, bro.
No, I said for my son's shoes.
Dude, just get a job and buy some shoes, dude. If you have a GoFundMe for Carlos's son's shoes. What do you want me to do? Man, it's summertime. Give him some sandals, man. He's good to go. Steve Elgin was on. I saw him. Pleasure. Anyone from St. Pat's rep, feel free to message us and get on the show if you'd like, bro. Anyways, wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. 16 Bars of Death. 16 Bars of Death Part 3. Sign up. COVID conspiracy facts. Yeah, man, that was great. Sign up now, man. The link is below us. Right below this video. Then there was the conspiracy. James and Samir, thank you very much for being on the show. We appreciate that. Bamboo and Carlos, much appreciated for being on at exactly 8 p.m. Eastern time. Dude, I'm very impressed with you guys. 23 episodes to do this. I'm
You're always the late one, Bamboo. Don't start.
You're a disappearing act. You put the link app and fucking Houdini out of there, though. But anyways, put up the shit. Let's see. Oh, he was from St. Pat's. Let people know where they go. Let's put it up, man. Where can people follow us?
All right, and on another side note, real quick before we leave, I'm gonna drop a track that me and Snapdragon did back in the day in that in a 16 Bars of Death, you know what I mean, group. So just so the people can take a listen to them, you know what I mean. Back in the day, old school Snap.
Old school Snap. All right, man. Right. You guys can follow us, right? Listen, you guys can follow us on Podbeam. You can download the actual episode on your phone so you can listen anytime. You go to Podbeam and you go to Shooting the Shit Podcast 1. All one word. Shooting the Shit Podcast 1. That's the number 1. Or you can go to YouTube, subscribe, put Shooting the Shit. We're up there. All our videos are there. 23 videos. We talk a lot of shit. Just press the button. Subscribe it. Fucking do me a favor. Pretend you care a little bit. Or fuck all that. You're too lazy. You forgot about Shooting the Shit Podcast 1. You forgot to subscribe. Go to www.shootingtheshitpodcast.com. That is www.shootingtheshitpodcast.com. It's straightforward. We have our latest videos on there. You want our older videos? You have to subscribe. It's a little bit grimy, but damn, that shit is uncensored.
The old videos?
Oh, some of that shit. Listen to episode 1 about Michael Jackson. I got a few things to say about him, you know what I'm saying? Boys, DJ Elon's in next week. You guys are all ready for that? We good? Yeah. Cool, man. Guys, I'd like to thank you very much, man. I love shooting the shit with you boys. Peace.
One.
See ya.